Self-imposed pressure and stress. Now, we all feel this from time to time. This is when we put a lot of expectations and pressure and stresses on ourselves. This can occur when we are wanting certain results in our career, if we are wanting to make money, and even if we're in relationships. We may put a lot of stress and pressure on ourselves with the expectations in a relationship or the outcome of a relationship, which in effect does then affect other people. It can affect the relationship, it can affect our performance in work, it can affect how we are reacting in our outer world and to certain situations. Now, self-imposed pressure and stress comes from childhood mostly. A lot of the subconscious beliefs and mechanisms that we have within ourselves are activated when we move through life, when we start a career, when we want to maybe fall in love, when we meet someone. Any of these situations can create this pressure that we feel within ourselves. The pressure of wanting to be a certain way, the pressure of having a certain lifestyle, the pressure of making money, the pressure of the results with our career. We have the ability to turn that pressure valve off, but it is going to require an extreme amount of self-awareness and, of course, going within the belief system. Now, a lot of us, if we've been raised with a lot of pressure that's been put on ourselves from our parents, for example, or from the environment that we grew up in, then we can carry that pressure of wanting to help, wanting to be in a position where we are the family hoist, where we want to make sure everything is okay, where we're taking care of others. And if we've grown up in that pattern, then we carry it out throughout our lives. And then we live under so much stress and so much pressure and so much anxiety. Also, if we had parents that wanted us to achieve certain results and put us in a lot of programs, for example, or wanted us to be at a high ranking level in maybe our academics, or maybe within sports or any extracurricular activities, then that pressure and that stress, and even can turn into perfectionism, will stick with us. And then we end up adopting these ways of programming, these ways of living, these ways of experiencing, and they affect many areas of our life. Now, it's very important to be aware. The self-awareness and self-knowledge is so crucial. And when we go into these subconscious patterns and we go deeper within ourselves, then we can develop an understanding of how we are reacting to certain situations, the stress and the pressure that we are carrying, and how to let it go. But first, we need to acknowledge the stress and the pressure. And so if you are in a relationship, or if you are wanting to advance in your career, and you feel a lot of the pressure and the stress and the strain, and even if it's around finances, let it go. Let it go, and also see where it's showing up in your body. That's a huge indicator. A lot of stress and pressure around lack of finances and support shows up in the back. That is one of the most common areas when I work with people, and myself included, that gets triggered. Now, there are many areas within our body that do feel the effects of stress and pressure, but especially with the back, going from the hip to the upper back area, has to do with a lack of support, feeling like we are unsupported, financial freak out, worrying about finances, feeling unsupported and unstable. Even if you do have support in some kind of way, the support comes from such a subconscious place within ourselves where we still may not feel fully supported and taken care of. Like we are almost going to walk into failure in some kind of way, or our will and determination and our perseverance may fail. There may be a lack of certainty and trust within ourselves and within the universe. And this is where trust comes in, and it's so important. And it's easier said than done, and it's something I've been working on myself as well. Trusting ourselves, trusting our ability, trusting that we can create the success that we want, that we can have the love that we want, that we can have the life that we want, and so on and so on. And then trusting the universe. And the universe takes care of the how. The how shows up through synchronicities. The how shows up through the ideas that we'll have all of a sudden, the inspiration that we may find ourselves embodying, the creative ideas, the energy to push through and see through our goals. Energy is endless. We can tap into endless amounts of energy to accomplish anything that we put our mind to. The only thing that gets in our way is our subconscious belief system. Our subconscious belief system comes in and sabotages it because of low worth concerns, of fear of failure, fear of success, of our own mechanisms that we have within our subconscious that can only allow us to push only so far. And so when we reach those levels within ourselves, then we can fall back a bit. We can feel tired. We can feel stressed. We can feel the pressure. They're just subconscious beliefs. And it's easier said than done, because this is, again, these are the things that I've been working through. And I've been mastering all of these different components, but it is a lot of work to really pay attention to how we are feeling, how we are acting, the pressure that we put on ourselves. And if we become really used to it, then it becomes almost habitual. We live with it and we don't even really question it, even though we know that it's there, or we may not like it, or we feel the tension. But the more awareness that you can develop through this practice, the greater your abilities will become to push through those moments and to not fall into the pressures and the stresses of this energy. And also make sure not to compare yourself to others, right? So when we look at other people's lives and the success and the abundance, it's easy to want what they have, but not only want what they have, but to almost feel that we aren't enough, that we aren't accomplishing the great manifestations that we're desiring, that we maybe are not as successful as we want to be, or maybe we are in a timeline that feels slow, or maybe we've taken a hit in our life that set us back. But a lot of successful people have gone through the same thing, and a lot of successful people are going through their own stuff. And so we're all on different timelines. You are unique. We are all unique. We have completely different stories, similar threads, different stories. So everything is playing out perfectly for you. So it's important to trust that and to keep focused on what you want and to know your goal. We have to know what we want. We have to know our goal. We have to know maybe the person we want to be as a result, the lifestyle we want as a result. That is crucial. And then we have to pay attention to all these different aspects that we are embodying, that we are living under, living within, how we are operating in the day-to-day, what's getting in our way of creating success and creating wealth and abundance and love. And so we can let go of that stress and pressure at any time. And it is very important to understand that it's just subconscious beliefs. Even if we go out, for example, out in public, shopping, for example, is a good one. Having responsibilities and timelines to follow when we go out shopping, when we have other things to do, when we have work looming on us, timelines and deadlines and other things that we want to accomplish, it's very difficult to enjoy life. It's very difficult to just be in the flow and the rhythm with life. And that's where our manifestations happen. That's where the law of attraction happens. When we're in the flow with life, when we're in the flow with energy, and when we can let go of the stress and the pressure. And then when we're out in public and out living and out having fun with our friends, we aren't thinking about the things that we should be doing or that we need to do. We can just be. We can be at peace, and we can be in the flow and the rhythm with the universe, with life. And so if you are feeling any of the stresses and pressures, and if you feel the weight of finances, or again, success, or even pressure from others, you can let it go. And if other people are pressuring you, you can also let that go too. We can let go of anything. It's the healthy boundaries, it's learning to say no, it's finding comfort and peace and flow with our rhythm and embodying it and owning it, and not allowing for other people to disturb that. So I hope this video offered you some guidance when you need it the most. Until next time, I will be seeing you very soon, and take care.